Okay, welcome back. Second session of testing the carrier comms with Vaicom, and this time we're looking at case 3. So back on the George Washington deck, night time to simulate case 3. The weather's pretty ordinary as well. We're actually in the clear here. It was raining a minute ago, but we'll see what happens. We just configure the jet for case 3. We'll try the standard ED carrier comms first, get airborne, come back around onto the carrier and make sure that all works, and then we'll try using Moose Airboss. Just a couple of little things to set up for me. A couple of frequencies. I've got LSO on 225, Marshall for Airboss on 11, and on 12 I just need to put the standard ED carrier comms and tack out set. I'll leave the ICLS unboxed at the moment, and I think we're right to go. And just starting to rain again. Awesome. Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Copy. Wheel chocks are now removed.
And we'll taxi up to Cat 1. It's pretty gusty as well and bumpy, so not expecting anything special on the grading side of things. It'll just be good to get back on the deck. It's hard enough just taxiing around on here, let alone landing on it. Okay, and we need to fold the wings, or spread the wings. Launch bar is extended. Imagine working out on one of these things in this sort of weather. It'd be just so hectic. Just hooking up now. Track the launch bar, and while we're here I just want to set bingo to something. Get 3400. If we get below that we'll hit the tanker, if we bolter or something. And trim is set. And we are good to go. Salute.
Radar contact, altimeter 2992.
Flaps are up, gears up, lights are on. Turn on at 92. Alright, we will start a climb away back up towards 6,000 and call in for case 3 recovery using ED comms. Okay, let's start our turn back towards where the Marshall stack's going to be. Keep the climb going. Just coming on top of the cloud now. A little bit of moon out. And let's try the ED comms. So it'll be marking moms. Marking moms.
501, Warfighter Marshall, case 3 recovery, CV1 approach, expect final bearing 38, altimeter is 29.85, 501, Marshall Mothers, 218, radio, 22, DME Angels, 7, expected approach time is 59er.
Okay, Angel 7, 22 TME, expecting 59er. There must be someone in the stack, maybe one of the AI on the server is in the stack. And I'll bring up the kneeboard because I missed the Marshall radial there. Kneeboard. 218 radial, 22 DME, 7000. Kneeboard. Alright, we'll track down there and let's set the radial up. We've currently got the TACAN in and put the radial in, put the tail on 218 and Zero 38. Done. Keep the speed up to get out to 22 miles. We'll activate the ACL on this approach too. May just hand fly it, but we'll see. And so it's a left-hand pattern at the Marshall stack at 22 DME, and we'll do a sector 1 entry into the pattern from this setting. So basically straight up the inbound and then a right-hand turn back around and to re-intercept the inbound radial, the 038 radial. Okay, approaching the stack, we'll slow it down. That's 2 miles. run out 218. And there it is there. Right hand turn to come back around and intercept the 038 inbound. Alright, let's make it that way in. Okay, ICLS is now boxed. Give me some reference to come across and get ourselves on the final bearing. 038, and I'm just going to make about a 30-degree intercept of that back into the stack. And what's this guy doing out here? 6,000. He's probably the guy sequenced ahead of us. I'd say it'd be the recovery tanker. At 6,000. Alright, we are successfully in the stack, coming down to 21 miles, 22 miles I should say, and then I'm going to make a left-hand turn back around while our S3 tanker that's entering the stack below us is cleared in before us. I'm just going to put the auto throttle on, reduce the workload a bit, and we'll plug the autopilot in for the hold. And barrow. So 2-minute legs it normally is once we get on the 218. And I just want to check that final bearing again. Kneeboard. 038. Kneeboard. Alright, back inbound now. And with the recovery tanker going on, hopefully they get another one airborne just in case we bolter. checking the frequencies. Everything looks pretty good. Just easing off the angle of bank to get back inbound on the radial. And back into 22 miles. That looks like the tanker is on its way in, so hopefully it won't be too long and we get cleared in ourselves. Looks like we're going to get another lap around. Miles, away we go again. This is pretty exciting, flying holding patterns, but I just want the whole thing to sequence properly. And on the server, you can see we've got the Bandit there at 25, and there's one coming in. That is a aggressor training area out there, so they're no threat. They won't leave that area and come in here. They'll only engage if we head their way. I'm wondering if the recovery tanker bolted and is in the bolter pattern. While we're here, I might check the ACLM and let it run its self-test. Got ACL1, test OK. Now all we need is the commands and to be cleared in. Hopefully we get cleared in now, surely. Come on. Alright, 6,000 still. I just want to see what they say if I give them another marking mums.
501, warfighter Marshall, Base 3 recovery, CV1 approach, expect final bearing 38, altimeter is 29.85501, Marshall Mothers 218, radio 22, DME Angels 7, expected approach time is 59er.
Two miles to go around once more. This is pretty boring. See if we can get it commencing. Commencing.
501, radar contact 25 miles, expect final bearing 38.
Okay. Manually triggered it. Let's just head on in. I don't know what's going on there. ED carrier comms. 4100, still okay. If we bolter, we will have to hit the tanker. Okay, we got data. Centre 5000 for platform 19 miles. So once we're on the radial on our way in, we will do that. And we're right on the inbound radial now. The final bearing straight in, so it's literally a CV1 approach without any offset. And we'll get rid of the... kidding. I think my Simpit just disconnected. The UFC did anyway. Alright. And manually flying.
501, switch approach.
Okay, we're switching approach. And ACLM's testing. I think I've wrecked that. Anyway, down to 4,000 feet per minute. And approaching 19 miles, backing off the radar stamp. We've got data down to 5,000, yes. Platform.
501, roger.
Okay, descending down to 1,200 now.
Altitude.
2,000 feet per minute. Just manoeuvring back for that final bearing. Okay, 10 miles, we want to be at 1,200 feet. And hook is down, coming level at 1,200.
501, fly bullseye.
Okay, fly to the bullseye, which we'll do. I'll start the dirty up about 7 or 8 miles. And it is raining up ahead of us. Probably a bit hard to see on the stream, but it is. Alright, looking for the glide slope to come in now. And we have ACL1, which is good.
501, final radar contact, 8 miles.
Okay, final radar contact. Starting the dirty up now. Gears coming out. And flaps are coming out. Hook is down. And last stage flaps coming at 6 miles. There's the glide slope. So up and on.
501, ACLS lock on, 6 miles, St. Needles.
Up and on.
01, confirmed, fly mode 2.
Okay, so that's a new Vaicom call that I wanted to test, which is up and on, or we can have up and left, up and right. Watch your heading. That was a bit silly. You can see the carrier coming in there in the distance. Waiting for the ACL to drop, which will signal my descent.
5 pass.
We are. And ACL's coming down now. So now I'm just going to try and fly the flight path marker into the ACL. And it's a little bit turbulent, but we'll see how we go. I'm going to have to manually select the flaps, that's why we're fast, it's disconnected. My Simpit disconnected, which is really annoying. Just trying to work out why the speed was so high. Nothing like a flapless Case 3. Alright, there we go. Alright, stabilise, trimming, trying to get back on the ACL steering cue.
501, on bypass, on course, 3/4 of a mile, call the ball.
Hornet ball.
You're on glide slope. You're on center line. You're on glide slope.
Well, that was terrifying. Okay.
501.
And we get the invalid from Airboss, but the Case 3 ED stuff is working.
Bingo. Bingo.
Thank you. And get rid of the ACL. That's the half. I'm going to have to reboot the Simpit because I have no flaps. Alright, well, we will do the Airboss one in the next one. Anyway, thanks for watching.